Picture this. You sit down to write. Your brain sparks once, twice, and immediately drifts into a fog of tabs, emails, and imaginary emergencies. You tell yourself the lie that writers love. I'll get focused in a minute. But a minute becomes 20. Your creativity starts leaking like a cracked bucket, and the day slips away. Now, imagine a writing rhythm so simple, so human, that your brain stops fighting you and starts pulling you forward. In the next minutes, you'll see how the 4122 plan flips your productivity without burning your brain alive. Welcome. I'm DL Hughes from VelocityWriting.com. Today, I'm giving you a structure that taps directly into how the creative brain actually works. Not hustle culture, not the internet's favorite, checkbox circus. By the end of this video, you'll know how to build writing days that sharpen your focus, your thinking, and leave you with real progress instead of guilt. Now, onward to the heart of it. Deep work first. Are you aware of the time and circumstances when you do your best creative work? Well, that's a problem for many writers. They write when they can and have no idea if they are tapping into their most creative times. Sadly, we often keep giving our sharpest focus to the least important tasks. For years, one of my clients, let's call her Mara, started her mornings by warming up with administrative tasks. By noon, she was exhausted. Her novel barely touched. She thought she lacked discipline. She actually lacked a structure that protected her peak cognitive window. Here's the insight. Your brain produces its highest quality creative thinking in the first 3 to 4 hours of the day. And that's before decision fatigue sets in. That's why the 4 in the 4122 plan is sacred. The 4 stands for 4 hours of deep, distraction-free writing. Even if you're not writing full-time, you need to give your most creative time to deep, distraction-free writing. No notifications, no errands, no quick checks. Just you, a timer, and the work. Famous playwright Lillian Hellman demanded long, silent morning blocks because she knew her mind decayed as the day went on. She wasn't chasing discipline, she was actually engineering it. And here's the odd thing. It's not about intensity. It's about uninterrupted cognitive continuity. 4 slow, steady hours beat 2 frantic ones every single time. But what happens when your brain hits its natural wall? Well, that's where the next phase becomes a superpower. Take a break with intent. Writers struggle not because they work too little, it's because they rest too poorly. The 1 in the 4122 is for the 1 hour break you must force yourself to take. That 1 hour break in the plan isn't laziness. It's a strategic decompression chamber. The crazy thing is, most writers rest by scrolling, clicking, or grazing. They never let their brain do an actual reset. You return to the page foggy and irritated. To keep your creative edge, you need movement and nourishment to reset your neural pathways. A walk reoxygenates your thinking. Eating something real, nutritious food stabilizes your energy curve. I once coached a nonfiction author who powered straight through lunch every day. By 2 p.m., his chapters sounded like he was writing under a thick quilt. The moment he switched to a walking lunch break, his afternoon clarity doubled. Stopping is part of the work because after you reset your brain, you're ready for the quieter valleys of the creative process. Let's look at those. Hey, by the way, if you receive value from these ideas, please like and subscribe and share with another writer. Also, your comment is always welcome. 2 plus 2 when energy fades. If you've had a wonderful creative day, you want to end it with a sense of purpose. First is the 2-hour lighter creation block, and then the 2-hour maintenance block. Writers cram everything into the same mental drawer: emails, outlining, drafting, research, receipts, revisions. No wonder the drawer jams. The insight is simple. Not all creative tasks require peak energy. Thinking through tomorrow's chapter outline, editing yesterday's pages, reviewing research. Well, that's the perfect low intensity work for the first two in the 4122 writing plan. I once worked with an academic writer who treated every task like a sprint. When she separated deep work from lighter work, her sense of being overwhelmed vanished within a week. So you did your best work in the first 4 hours. Then you re energized with your 1 hour break. And then you did 2 hours of lighter work because you didn't need to be at peak energy. Well, what about that final 2 in the 4122 plan? It's the maintenance block, the quiet power most writers ignore. Tidying up your workspace, organizing your files, handling email. You don't need your highest level of creativity or even minimum energy. Your brain power has faded, so you use what you have left for the mundane tasks. The surprising thing is that administrative clarity builds the creative momentum. You can sit down the next day when you're ready to write, and you are filled with your freshest creative energy. Create a new work habit. Here's one small action you can take today. Plan tomorrow using the 4122 rhythm. Just one day. Block the time. Honor the sequence. Notice how different your brain feels when you stop asking it to switch gears every 5 minutes. But you can't be one and done, of course. Form a new habit with the 4122 working pattern. Which part of the plan do you struggle with the most? Is it the deep work, the rest, the lighter task, or maintenance? Share your experience in the comments. You're not scattered. You're not undisciplined. Your brain just needs a rhythm that respects how creativity actually flows. You don't have to fight yourself to get good work done. You just need a structure that carries you. Thanks for watching. And if this helped, watch this next video to keep your writing moving forward. Have a great writing day.